On the first day of Submishmas, Couch Quiet gave to me.
Today's Submishmas encouragement comes from Brisbane's own best-selling author and all-round nice guy. Oh, and he comes highly recommended from Oprah, as in the Oprah. It's Trent Dalton! Sort of what I'm trying to do with Submishmas is I want people...
Submishmas.
Happy Submishmas.
Love it.
Our new favourite holiday. Is I want... Because people doing virtual choir are missing out, perhaps, on that feeling of bonding with other humans with this primal activity of singing.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remind everyone at home that even though you are doing this in isolation from one another, we are still each contributing this human experience to this shared whole. And I think it probably feels a bit scarier for people to be alone. Do you have maybe some advice for people to overcome this fear of inadequacy in adding their voice to the collective whole?
I'm fascinated that you say that. It's so interesting. And I think I've felt that with some of the virtual couch choirs where, oh, gee, suddenly I feel dorky just doing it in my own living room.
Yeah.
You know, why is that? But I was probably more comfortable singing Truly Madly Deeply with thousands. You know, that's really interesting, yeah. And but I say the same thing to anyone with a blank white page on a computer screen, which is that black ink is so much better. No matter what it says, no matter what you wrote down in black ink, it's better than what was there before. And no matter how bad that note sounds, it was just silence before that. But the beautiful thing about it is when all those... It's the greatest sort of metaphor for life, what you do, right? It's all these mixed up, off bum notes, mixed with beautiful notes and beautiful singers that makes it all come together in this thing that just sounds perfect. And it's like, well, like, isn't that... That's the world, right? That's life. Like, that's how we get by and how we get through it. And I know I'm sounding cheesy. I'm totally internally monologuing now, but it's like...
We called it Submishmas. It's fine.
Here's my submishmas is to let rip, because that's it. Because when you have all of that difference, all of that messed up, mixed up colour, then that's where you get perfection. And I just think that's so powerful. Like, yeah, that's... I mean, what a thing to do. Could there be a better thing to do around Christmas time? At the end of this, like, bin fire of a year, as you call it.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Can I just tell you sincerely?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know whether you're aware of what you've created.
I have some notion.
No, I think you've actually gone and found, like, our collective soul. Like, that's how deep, that's how big I think this is. No, I'm really serious. And
thank you.
I think, well, here's a writer's perspective, is you have to write from all five senses to get to this thing we call the sixth sense. And I don't mean that in a spooky spiritual way. I mean actually the sixth sense that we can't explain, which is the realms of why we love our kids and why we love our parents and this thing we call the soul. And when I'm in that bloody pub choir and I'm feeling it and I'm just like, it gives me chills, Astrid. Like, it's, you know, and man, I did this Truly Madly Deeply one, and we had this friend from Texas, diehard metalhead.
So Savage Garden was perfect for him.
Savage Garden was the perfect choice. And I'm explaining to him, well, this song Truly Madly Deeply, you know, and he knew it, right? It's huge, that song. And I'm going, it's probably not your cup of tea, Brad, but you should see what this Astrid does. She has a way of getting people from all walks of life to agree, right? And you know, 2020, right? It's hard to get the world to agree on anything. You know, we are so divided sometimes. You know, it feels a bit divided this year. You have made us agree and realise that we can agree that C to G to A minor to E minor is a beautiful thing. And that is something that we do. Like, I walked into that and I realised it was a temple, and it was as close to, I'm not religious, but it's like, that was as close to religion as I ever got. And it was like, I swear, and I just, man, my wife and I drove home from that just going, what just happened? Like, it's like, and I know that everyone watching this who's been a part of one of your choirs would feel this. And I know my man Brad felt it, because you got a picture, this metalhead, double parked. He was double parked with beers, as I was, right? We're in that Fortitude Music Hall, and you're up there just powering away, making it all work. And I watch Brad, and I'm behind Brad a bit, and we're doing the male parts, and it was the, I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything. You know, you had to sort of descend with it.
Yeah.
And Brad was electrified. I'm telling you, you had not seen a Metallica metalhead loving Savage Garden more. And I just thought, look at what you made him do. And
Sorry, Brad.
he came back to our place and just said that was worth traveling to Australia for. You know, and I was just like, man, it was just like, it made our day. We could not have done anything better to show them our city, our country, and who we are than what you've got going on with these pub choirs. Anyway, I just had to get that off my chest. I just internally monologued that out loud.
I'm here to give you compliments. All right.
But it's but it's something very special. And
thank you.
well, here's my, and I genuinely feel like that's what actually music does. And I actually think music gets us there quicker than a 400-page book can, and it's like, I'm trying to write, right? In these books I write, I'm trying to get people to the feeling that you get them to in 4 minutes, and it's like, it's a real treat.
Yeah.
How fast does it get you there?
Yeah,
You're so right.
look, thank you for singing with us in the past, and maybe we can get a little Christmas submission for Submishmas for me for this couch choir, not to put the pressure on, but...
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
Seriously, we'll be doing it. The Dalton family household will be there. Honestly, it's when I'll know the kind of year's done. When we hit, like, click and enter on that submission, that's when I'll know kind of...
Makes me happy to hear the word just every time. But,
Submishmas.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me.
Man, what an honour.
I said we'd
Thanks
be at
for
your house for
coming
10 minutes and we still haven't left, so...
Don't leave. We're going to go sing some songs in here. See you guys later.
Happy Submishmas.
Happy Submishmas.
Season's greetings. The holidays are traditionally a time of giving and goodwill, and so we hope that these 12 days of Submishmas give you the encouragement that you need to submit your video to couchchoir.com. And while you're there, you'll be prompted to donate possibly some money to our partnered charity GIVIT, and we are very grateful in advance for any money you're able to spare, or maybe you will just share with us the gift of your voice. Season's greetings and happy Submishmas!